Hello, this is Rob Quick, the marketing manager from the shop by FordDirect. Today I am here with Owen from Virtual Guard. Owen, as CEO of Virtual Guard, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what problems Virtual Guard helps dealerships with?
Absolutely. So my name is Owen, and the name of my company is Virtual Guard. I always prefer to start with a story that really tells how I got into this business. First, I was just a company that sold cameras and access control and alarms. And I signed my first dealerships in Ventura, California. And the person loved what we did and he introduced me to a friend of his in Simi Valley. And we closed the deal. It took a little bit. So after he signed the deal and gave me the check, he took me to introduce me to his partner. So I shake the hand of the partner, and the partner tells me, thank you, congratulations. So now when someone steals a car from me at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll be able to see exactly who it is. And I looked at him and I said, absolutely not. And he looked at me like, he just handed me a very nice check. And I said, well, you have about 8 acres here. You put like 16 cameras, and we're talking over 20 years ago, they were analog. I mean, if the person goes in front of the camera, you might see his face, but if he's far away, he says, okay. So if someone steals a car from me at 2 o'clock in the morning, the system will let me know. And he said, and I look at him and I say, well, the system can email you and send you a notification every time that there is motion, but it's not a true motion detection. So there's going to be a lot of false alarms. So it will wake you up many times at night. And he looked at me and he says, I don't want it to wake me up. I want it to wake you up. And for me, that was kind of a light bulb moment that told me that there's an unsolved problem per se. And as I started talking to more and more car dealers, I was hearing about the dogs, or about the outside alarms, or all of those solutions that just cost a lot of money and solve no problem. So I found this technology that enables us to detect motion in a more sophisticated way, and we started writing a software that will deliver those alerts to guards who then look at a screen, and if a person or car is inside the property after hours, initially polite, we ask them to leave. And then if they don't leave, then we call the police. However, when we call the police, because we have a verifiable crime with information, with live video, the response time of the police is much, much faster. So we've been doing this for about 20 years. We're one of the first companies in the industry of what we call live video monitoring. The motto of my company is prevent crime before it happens. And that's what we try to do. We try to create an environment, install cameras, and use the audio. When we talk to the guy and say, hey, you with the red shirt, leave the premises immediately. We try to have those we want him to turn around and go. The truth is, we don't want to arrest anybody, because if I arrested you, you already created the damage at the car dealership. So I've been doing it for about 20 years, love the security industry, always was security minded. We try really to build a product that is unique, but we're really customer centric. We always say that, I don't know that we're the cheapest, but we care the most, and that's what we try to drive.
I love that. Definitely filling a gap in the market after identifying that. Very great way to start a business. Next follow-up question for you, Owen. What security risks do dealerships typically overlook?
So what I call it the opportunity cost. So everybody thinks about the stolen vehicle, or even the catalytic converters, like the obvious ones. But, there's many different verticals of how crime is committed. It can be the gone in 60-second guy who will case the place and will be very professional and will probably have the keys and everything. Then there is, just petty criminals. Then there's kids. Then there's drunks. Then everything creates different types of damages. And a lot of time, the damage that is created is what they do to the car, whether it's in order to take a catalytic converter or in order to look inside it for the airbag, so they break the window, or they scratch the car. Or I literally had one time I was at a hotel and someone siphoned gas for my car, because at that time in California it was like $7 a gallon or something. But on the way to do that, he broke the gas cover, which was locked because the car was locked. So I think a lot of those things of the cost around the event itself, the headaches, especially if it's a customer's car, dealing with a customer. So all of those things, I think that a lot of them oversee. The other thing is the small parts. As cars become more and more high-tech, parts in them become more and more expensive. Today, a mirror has sensors, has a camera. So a mirror today that maybe a long time ago was $50, today, could be $500. So there's a lot of technological part within the cars that now people don't just come to steal car, they come to steal parts as well.
Definitely interesting. A lot of aspects to that I wouldn't initially think. Great answer, Owen. Since you've been in business for quite some time, I believe you said it was roughly 25 years, how would you say that dealership security has evolved over the last few years?
Wow, that's a great question. The magic word nowadays is AI, but it's really been an evolution because first, like I said, they were doing it with these outdoor motion detectors or virtual fences, which had a lot of false alarms, whether it's branches or animals, or just very unreliable. The minute we got in with the video, it was a serious upgrade to what we did because you could verify all of these things, but while seeing live what happened. But initially, we had a lot of false alarms. I can tell you that one of the revolutions that we've had is we cut our alerts by over 50% while integrating new motion detection and the first stage of AI, which is teaching the system how things look and more in a specific environment and therefore being more accurate. And the great thing is the less false alarms we have, and we can concentrate on the real events, which are the people, which enhances the chance of us, deterring them and having them move away. Another revolution personally we had is we're believers of going to the perimeter. Car dealers are very large, and we always say that a criminal sole motivation in theft is not to get caught. So the faster you get to him and the faster you give him that audio warning to tell him, hey, there's a big chance you're going to get caught here, the higher the chance he's going to turn around and leave. And as I always tell people, the best security system I'll ever design for you is the one you never have to use because there's no crime, which means I did my job.
Awesome. Great answer. One last question for you, Owen, and that is, I feel like this is going to be a slam dunk for you. What's the cost of waiting until something goes wrong at your dealership? That's the difficulty with car dealers is that I'm one of those people that are expenses for them. I don't create a new deal. So it's always an aftermath. And I always tell people after I do a presentation, I say, you are going to have my system. The only question is if you're going to buy it for me or for somebody else, or if you're going to do it before or after you get hit. Because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And even the best, up in the mountain areas, I once did an account in West Virginia that had serious threats from PETA because it was in a beautiful piece of land, and that's what we guarded from. There's so many different elements that can hit you. The biggest price is that you're going to pay for the damages and then you're going to buy the system. So instead of saving it, and people don't understand just how big it can be because I had a dealership that was hit for 23 headlamps of S600 of Mercedes. Now, because it's different cars, each one of them is a different, for the insurance, it's a different deductible. So their out of pocket was over $100,000. So those events, a lot of people go after parts, just don't wait for it. Plus, the other price is you can use the same camera system to manage your business better and actually use it for productivity and to look what your employees doing for training, for slip and falls. You can eliminate all of that by having a camera is the best supervisor you'll ever hire. It never calls in sick and it will always tell you the truth. And that's what you get. If you have 30 cameras, you have 30 supervisors just telling you the truth and reporting to you. And if you don't have them, anything that happens along the way could have been prevented. What a great answer. No, that absolutely makes sense. Waiting until something goes wrong, you're paying to remedy the situation and be more proactive and get a solution in place. So
Absolutely.
absolutely makes sense. Owen, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much. Excellent question. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.